got sets of people that know me from different things. I got people I've been cutting their hair for 2-3 years, and one of them just figured out I made music the other day, like 3 days ago. They're like, do you take this shit serious? Like, yeah, why I ain't never heard this? You know what I mean? I just feel like if you haven't heard it, I'm doing something I ain't supposed to be doing. I need to go harder. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Got in trouble and shit. When I got shot, my pop's like, all right, you out of high school, now what you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna just be sitting around my house doing nothing, doing midnight, for real. So, you know, he was like, why you don't go to barber school? You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Let's talk about rapping, man. Let's talk about how you got into actually music.
I think this shit started back young days. I'm probably like 9, 10 years old. I used to put words together pretty nice. And at that time, nobody knew, but I knew. I'm like, damn, I'm decent with this shit.
Yeah. Have you worked with any like local rappers?
It all started with local artists. First of all, me and my cousin rapped together, honestly. Childhood cousins, Lil Bo, Mike Smasher. There's both of us as a group. We still do group stuff.
What's the most slept on skill an artist or an entrepreneur needs to have in 2025?
A drive, you need patience. You gotta be a people's person.
If you had to teach a masterclass on one thing, bro, no limits, what would it be?
Something that one never really taught to me, and as far as like, you know, our parents ain't teach us a lot about credit. Building credit, how to get your credit right.
What's your vision 5 years from now? And what's something you're doing today that's setting the foundation for that vision?
Straight up, yeah, you know we can't wait up. Hustle from
All right, yo, what's up, man? It's Neil. I'm back with another interview from Bigger Than Tattoos. I got my boy Young Treal right here.
What's happening with you, man?
Yeah, man. So we just want to bring you on. You know, a lot of people don't know that you're, you know, actually in Clearwater. I think you're from St. Pete. Where you from?
From Largo, right?
From Largo?
Clearwater, yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So tell people like where they can find you at. Like,
you can find me YouTube, Young Treal, YUNGTREAL, Instagram TREALDEALCAC, Treal Deal CAC, Spotify, Apple Music,
yes, sir.
All of it, SoundCloud.
Yeah. Bam! Back on y'all again. Hey, listen, I got this aftercare product I want to show you, right? This is my foam wash. It's all natural. This is my ink paste ointment. It's all natural. These both heal you really, really fast when you use them together. This is 15, this is 25, but I'm gonna give them both to you for 30 if you go get it from my website. Check it out. So let's tell people a little bit about you. Like, so you have a barbershop in, what is that, Largo?
That's Clearwater. I wasn't in Largo. I think when you first started coming to me with Largo, we moved it down the street.
Okay, yeah. So how long you been in the barber game, bro?
Shit, I've been doing it probably since like 2011, but seriously, probably 2018.
Yeah, you always worked like at your own shop?
Nah, no, not at all. This shit started like high school for real.
Yeah, like cutting friends.
Cutting myself, man. My daddy went to prison.
Yeah.
My daddy did like 12 years, 10 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? I ended up moving with him when he came home. My daddy was, you know, in the streets and shit. He gave everything up when he came home. So
yeah,
shit was check to check to the point that he didn't even want to send me to a barber shop.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it in. Yeah. He had a bald head at this time. You know, that prison water and shit. He got clippers in the hallway.
Yeah.
Pop's kind of like, hey, better learn how to work them clippers in the hallway. You know what I mean? I'm coming to school fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like 7-8 months straight, I'm fucked up. People laughing, picking on me. I'm like, fuck.
It's sitting like this.
Yeah, it's cricket and shit, bro. After like 7-8 months, you know, my dogs come back to school. Damn, what did you have now? That shit look straight. Now I'm like, yeah, that's me.
That's me.
I got better.
Yeah.
I only know one cut at this time, but I got better.
What color was that?
Even all over.
Even? When it was clean though. It was clean.
You know, I ended up perfecting it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm playing football and shit at this time. I you know, was on the team and stuff. A couple of my homeboys that played on the team ended up seeing that cut and how it got better. They like, all right, did you think you can get me right?
Me right, yeah.
We getting in trouble and shit at this time. So my coach, he seen it was something productive that I had going on. You know what I mean? So like shit, he let me cut in the stadium and shit after practice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I only had like 2-3 clients know that one cut, but that's what we was doing.
Yeah, that same one cut?
That same one cut. Yeah, it kind of went from there. So, you know, when I graduated high school, I ended up getting hurt my senior year. So anything I was going to do with football was over with. And practically the same day I graduated, I got shot to the same day.
The same day?
Yeah, but after that shit, I enrolled into barber school.
So where you got shot at, man? Let's talk about that, bro. I didn't even know that about you. So where you happen?
I got shot in my leg, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Practically a graduation party back and forth between neighborhoods, certain shit that was going on.
Yo.
And that kind of happened. You feel me? But when that happened, that did, it slowed my roll a little bit on what I had going on. Yeah. So I had to enroll in school. I think I'm damn near injured when I enrolled in school. I'm injured when I walked across the stage and everything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we ended up getting it like that, and that's kind of how the barber thing started.
So school, you talking barber school?
Yeah, barber school.
Okay. So you live across the state, but you still got your, you know what I'm saying, your certification and all that.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So it's been up ever since, like now. I mean, cause you raw with the shit now, though, bro.
I'm raw with it.
Like I heard about your shop before I even came to your shop. That's why I came to your shop. Yeah.
Everybody appreciate that, man. I was raw with it. Shout out to Hall of Feds, my boy Marvin Johnson. That's one of my boys I used to cut with. I always cut by myself. He coached me up. I sat next to him in the shop he was in. He called himself Juice. You feel me?
Yeah.
He kind of perfected his craft with the barber and you know what I'm saying? I had hot from shop to shop. First of all, I didn't even get right into barbering when I had got out of barber school.
Yeah.
I had probably took like 5 to 6 years off. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Kind of got in trouble and shit. When I got shot, my pops like, all right, you out of high school, now what you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna just be sitting around my house doing nothing, doing everything, for real. So, he was like, why you don't go to barber school? You know what I'm saying? You already been cutting a little bit of hair. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. When I got out of barber school, I'm not even, I wasn't even positive about if that's what I wanted to do for real. I just did it, shut them up.
Yeah.
So when I got out of that, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I went right from 12th grade to barber school. And then when I got out of barber school, you know what I mean? While I'm in barber school, all my friends, everybody I was hanging with had summer breaks. They hanging out, chilling and shit. So I'm like, damn, I ain't getting no break.
Yeah.
I came right from school, right to barbers, and no break.
Yeah.
So when I finished barber school, I was more like, man, I'm finna chill. I'm finna get my break now. You know what I mean? So I really didn't pursue it, but that's something I should have did because I opened up my shop when I was 29. Yeah. I probably could have did it at like 24 if I was.
But but honestly though, bro, that's still good though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is actually still good. So I wasn't even tripping on that.
Yeah.
But I didn't open up my first shop, I think, until I was like 34.
Yeah.
35.
I think it's God, even though he don't do it till it's right.
It's right times that I definitely wasn't ready. I'm sure you weren't.
I wasn't ready at all.
Yeah.
So I understand it.
Yeah, for sure.
But nowadays when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, if I would have been focused, I could have had this at.
But we all got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. But I mean, bro, you doing your thing. So let's talk about rapping, man. You pretty raw on the rap scene. You be doing your thing, man. Opening up for a lot of different people. So let's talk about how you got into actually music.
Shit, I just dropped a video today, matter of fact. But music, I think this shit started back young days. I'm probably like 9, 10 years old. I used to always like eat, shit on the table, shit like that. You know what I mean? My auntie used to babysit me and stuff like that. She used to tell my mom, hey, you need to get this boy a drum set or something. Like, you could beat on, you know what I mean? He beat on shit all the time. It kind of started like that. It wasn't really serious, but I had one of my homeboys that used to come by my house. We used to stay beating on the table, freestyling behind each other beats. Yeah. I used to put words together pretty nice. Mm-hmm. And at that time, nobody knew, but I knew. I'm like, damn, I'm decent with this shit. Yeah. Where it really came together at was like, no cap, I'm writing nice ass poems in elementary school. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm giving the poem to the teacher. Teacher like, you ain't write this.
Yeah.
I wrote this. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's when I knew I could put words together.
Put words together real good.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just kind of took that, put it on top of beats. Mm-hmm. The beats gonna speed up the tempo or slow down the tempo, and we just went from there. And it got better over the years from how long we've been doing it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's all. I just perfected the crowd.
Yeah. I see you recently did something with somebody from Kevin Gates' camp. That was
OG Booby Black.
Yeah, man. I seen that one. How that came into play? 'Cause I seen him one time. I think that was at a Kevin Gates concert. I think it was a Kevin Gates concert, but he was rapping before Kevin Gates actually came out, and that's the first time I ever see him perform. I always heard and seen him in Kevin Gates' video, but I never knew he was like. The first time I seen him rap was at the concert. So how that happened?
That's crazy. I didn't even know he was rapping before Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
you just told me something.
Yeah,
really. But practically, with me just doing the music, trying to find different outlets to promote my music. I think I ended up getting a promotion with Sean Cotton on what's that? Say Cheese website.
Yeah.
They shared my shit. He liked what he seen. He kind of hopped in my inbox. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this shit hard. Yeah, you know, what's up? What you doing? Want to work? I'm like, you know what?
Which song was that? Do you remember what song that was he like?
I think he jumped in a video I had called I'm Asking.
We're gonna make sure we play that clip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Asking. Yeah.
I'm asking.
It was a hard
So
way.
he seen that and he was like, that's what's up.
That's what's up. He wanted to drop with me after that, and at this time, you know what I mean? Kevin Gates actually one of my favorite artists, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, BWA, that's it. I gotta work with somebody out there. If I can't work with them, I gotta work with somebody. I respect all of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's one of my favorite rappers as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So also like, so have you worked with any like local rappers? You did anything with any local people?
So it's about that, yeah. It all started with local artists. I don't know. We dropped the whole. First of all, me and my cousin rapped together, honestly. Childhood cousins, Lil Bo, Mike Smasher. It was both of us as a group. We still do group stuff. We both kind of been on our individual thing, promoting our own stuff too, for sure. Because we got people, you know, you got people that like him. There's people out there that like me. Then there's people that like us together. So we always try to make sure we cater to other different lanes. But me and Cuz did a mixtape, probably 2014, 15, called Time for a Feature.
Yeah.
So when we say Time for a Feature, you know, we had probably dropped 3 mixtapes before that. Just me and him. We was like, all right, it's time to get some features. So every trap on that CD had features on it. I want to say we went down to St. Pete, Young Uli. We had Polo Bleeze. From Clearwater, we had Slugger.
Yeah.
We had Just Bobby and T. It was a bunch of people from the area that we linked in with. Put them on the mixtape. It was a lot more than that, honest. Yeah. Trying to think of all of them. Heather Marie. Just a few of them from the county, for sure. That's who they had our thing with. Chat, I don't know if y'all know Chat from Tarpon.
I heard him, but I don't know him.
Chat wrote the She Got It song. Two Pistols and who was that? Two Pistols and T-Pain. That was his song originally.
Okay. He wrote it and did that, them boys take it.
They had their own beef going on about that. I don't really know the whole situation, but it was Chat's song. I think they took Chat off the song.
Okay.
Two Pistols did, I guess, and when it got T-Pain.
Yes, it definitely was a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit though.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about creative business hustle. It says, what's the most slept on skill an artist or an entrepreneur needs to have in 2025? What you think about that? That's the most slept on skill that an artist or entrepreneur should have in 2025.
A drive. You need patience. You got to be a people's person. Because we're serving the community, you know what I mean? So if you can't talk to people, if you're not a people's person, your brand ain't gonna go nowhere. Nobody's gonna want to work with you. Not at all. I know how to talk to people, you know what I mean? I get outside still to this day, and you come in, I'm established as a barber. You got plenty of clientele, but for sure. You know, I got barbers in my shop, and they're still trying to build a brand. He has his own.
It's just you got 2 or 3 barbers in your show.
Yeah, every and then a hairstylist.
And the hairstylist, yeah, because she's in the back, she was in the back room.
Yep. Yeah. So, you know, I still get out till this day and hand out flyers like I ain't got no clients, because that's kind of how I feel, Quan. Yeah. You know what I mean? I used to walk around and I ain't really know how to cut, but needed clientele, and hey, give out flyers, I'll give you a haircut for free. Just come here and check me out. You like it, we're gonna go from there. You start paying.
Yeah.
If you don't come back.
Yeah.
People could turn down that free hire. What it is, you know what I mean? Because it was 89 shit. So I do the same thing, you know, when I go hand out flyers to speak to people, I let them know, come in, bring this flyer in, you get the first cut half off. And, you know, gotta go from now going. No, I'm not so sorry. That's just with the word of mouth though. Nowadays, you know, you got the social media, Facebook, Instagram, the marketing.
Hey man, I heard about y'all a little too, but I found you on Google. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was getting ready to come to the shop. I already knew where I was gonna go when I got ready for a haircut. I just Googled it. Man, shit, you just happened to be like, I think at that time you were like 6 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
You know,
and that was the area, like the area that we in. We one of the top barbershops in the area. Well, a lot of people leaving the reviews and stuff like that. People coming in, we're putting out good work.
Yeah. Every time I'm in there, everybody's smiling when they walk out.
Yeah. Yeah, we vibe into it. Yeah, that's another thing about entrepreneurship. You got to give out the good work, but at the same time, it's more about the vibe. So people come just because of
exactly.
I mean,
exactly. I know that for sure, because in my St. Pete shop, you guys one over there, St. Pete on 66th Street. That's why I get a lot of repeat customers. They come to Florida
and they remember how the vibe was. Right, the music is straight, everybody having fun. It's just a good vibe. You have a great time while getting a tattoo, and people like you know, we making them feel good about themselves. You know what I'm saying? We even feel good. So
I got people that don't even come for cuts. I got 6 o'clock later on tonight. That's just I know this nigga don't need no cut.
yeah, he just
I could sleep 3-4 days ago.
yeah, he coming back.
For the vibe. Sometimes people going through stuff at home.
No, for sure.
They can talk to us. They can, speak and vent about stuff.
Barbers and tattoo artists are a lot alike as far as like the type of people that we deal with, and the therapist type deal with people talking to you, because you're cutting your hair, we talking, we tattooing, you talking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it kind of goes hand in hand. It's the same hustle. You handing out flyers, you giving discounts, you know what I'm saying? You got your repeat clients, and you got clients that only come to you. Yeah, they ain't going to nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like you gotta be an artist to be a barber. You are artist as a tech show, you know what I mean?
No,
you don't get as detail
like
you, but
yeah, it's still an art though, because you gotta have that line right. You gotta have, and the crazy thing about it is you gotta have that steady hand. Yeah. Like I tell a lot of artists that work for me, like, bro, you can't do this shit tired, and you can't do this shit hungry. No. You know what I'm saying? Because your hands and shit ain't gonna be right. Your mind ain't right. For real. So yeah, man, I definitely understand that, dog.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. They might come in and they might be rushing. I might be hungry or something. I'm telling them, like, this I gotta eat, bro. I ain't gonna try to kill this whole meal, but let me take a couple.
Yeah, like, trust me, you'll love it if I love it.
Yeah, I'll love it for real. Cause like, don't get me wrong, I'll go ahead and do it if you want to.
Yeah,
though it wasn't gonna let me glass you for real. It's gonna help me glass you right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My next question, man. If you had to teach a masterclass on one thing, bro, no limits, what would it be if you had to teach a masterclass? Masterclass, you know what I mean? You overstand, you know what I'm saying?
Something that one never really taught to me, and as far as like, our parents ain't teach us a lot about credit. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Building credit, how to get your credit right, and venture off into that aspect of their business, and you can grow in different areas if you build out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. That's crazy that you say that, dog, because a lot of times when tattoo artists work for me, I try to see what like their goals are, and I always talk to them about credit, bro. Right? Always, because it's little small things that you can do to boost your credit up. Like if I see them, needing certain things, want something, I put them on. You know what I'm saying? Some people listen, some people don't, but you can always tell the ones that listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's real important, bro. And I feel like it's, I don't know, it's just our culture when
they said stay away from credit cards. I grew up, my you better not get no credit card. Mess your credit up. Like, it ain't got no credit. I'm gonna waste on something I ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a type of person that I'm cool with everybody. Like I said, I'm a people's person. I got friends in different races. I seen my white friends, Hispanic friends. This shit, how everybody else moving. Their parents putting them on credit cards. Exactly. 12 years old and
exactly
shit, we getting light bills put in on there. Phone bills.
Got that bright. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Jones Intercable in your name.
Shit fucked up before we even had a chance for real.
Yes, for sure, dog. But yeah, that credit is definitely very important, especially as an entrepreneur, because man, it helped me out a lot. I'm big on that. You know what I'm saying? We never had that conversation before, but I see you and what I'm on. But I'm big on that business building, business credit, as well as personal credit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And leveraging loans and not using my money. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't mind getting a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 loan, because I'm gonna put a lot of that back into marketing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm reing up and flipping. Exactly. But not with my money. I'm using your credit.
It's gonna come back.
And I still got my money. And now I'm able to flush 30,000 into my situation. And I'm a hustler, so I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna make it back. Yeah, I'm gonna make it back and then some. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up, bro. I agree with you on that. That'll be a real good masterclass to teach, especially like based on your background and like what you got going on, both of us actually, because people will believe us. Yeah. Then they can look at us and fucking tell we know the hell we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome, man. Next question, bro. I just had a couple questions written down, that certain things that I want to ask. So we vibing, but I'm gonna try to get the important questions out of here that I wanted to ask you. So the next one says, what's your vision 5 years from now? And what's something you're doing today that's setting the foundation for that vision?
5 years from now, I want to have...
That's 2030.
2030, I want to have the shop rolling. I want to have it filled. I want to have it promoted. I want to have it branded in all different areas, to the point where I probably don't even have to go in and work as hard as I'm working. But I mean, when my business running without me there, I'm going to know I'm doing something right. I mean, I could probably venture off into other things. I'm a jack of plenty trades. I've worked on delivery trucks, Cane's furniture, all kind of shit. I can go get me a box truck if I want to start a whole nother business, you know what I mean? If buy houses, do real estate, do other things. Just, you know, shit. I feel like this ain't the end of the road. That's all.
No, it's definitely a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a stepping stone. Just like we said the first time, you know, God let things happen when you're ready, you know what I'm saying? Right. So as long as you working on something, he got something to bless. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely on the right path with that one, man.
So as far as right now, what I'm doing to get there is the advertisement, the marketing, trying to fit, you know, get the walk-in clientele higher and higher. But I mean, the what everybody making what they need to make and just go from there.
Yeah, I could probably drop a jewel on you with that one. I don't know how you deal with Google, but for me, in my business, you know what I'm saying, I deal with Google a lot, Google AdWords, advertising, and I would target people who are actually looking for my service right now, and that's coming straight from their phone.
That's crazy. You know, I literally just had this conversation with one of my clients that's supposed to be looking into that with me. You know what I mean? Helping me build a website.
Bro, I'll pull up open my laptop up and show it to you in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that, bro. I just put my partner on. He was doing Shot the Roadside Bully. But I was just put my partner on the roadside, you know, so I was doing the roadside thing too. So my dog, he told me about the roadside shit, but I put him out to Google and how to get in there with Google. Now he's paying like less than $1 per lead, but making 700, 400, 300 off that customer, depending on what that service is. You know, you don't have to pay for clients. A company gonna charge you for a client that they went to Google and got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They paid $1, they gonna charge you $15. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Per client.
That's what I need. That's what I'm trying to get into. Everything I got going on right now practically been out of the mud.
Yeah.
The credit thing and stuff like that I'm telling you about, that's still a journey that I'm in. That's something that I picked up on a little bit later, so I'm still building, doing certain things with everything intact. But it all practically came off my money, word of mouth, my brand and my social media. So it's like, it shows the hustle that I got in me, you know? Yeah. So when it gets to this certain point, it's just gonna unfold. Everything gonna be easy.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I mean, I think as entrepreneurs, we all go through that. You know what I'm saying? We all go through that stage, and we go through it multiple times because once you get out of, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna be able to step out of barbering. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what you want. So once you be able to step out of barbering, bro, it's gonna happen with the next business. You're gonna be having to try to find a way to lead out. Right. You know what I'm saying? We entrepreneurs and we hustlers, we riders, so we just gonna keep doing it, but you're gonna get better and better as you go.
And it's crazy because, you know, the music probably is the ultimate goal, but I ain't never had nobody to bet they bottom dollar on me, so I got to do it on my own. So that's what the business is, and doing this and that and the credit and trying to get everything right so I can invest into it the right way, because it ain't cheap.
No, it ain't cheap. Especially when you got bills and responsibilities. You got kids too, your father too, you know what I'm saying? So
rent don't wait on nobody.
Yeah, no.
Nobody, man.
Yeah, no, it don't. So how many kids you got, bro?
2.
Got 2 kids?
Yeah.
2 boys?
Boy, girl, and I got a boy.
Okay, cool. What's the ages? You don't mind?
6 and 7.
6 and 7,
8 year apart.
Yeah, I got a 5-year-old son and I have a 6-year-old son, but they about a year and a half apart. Yeah. My 5-year-old about to turn 6 on 12.
I love that age right now. I have to be wishing they can stay there.
Yeah, I know, dog.
Yeah,
I know, me neither. Especially my little 5-year-old. I always tell him, boy, you the last one. I got 4 kids and all. But like, bro, you the last one. I'm just looking at him like, man, this is my last little baby, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Those are my best friends at their age.
Yes.
They still innocent of that thing. They around you, they around you. Yeah, they ain't got their friends they trying to run off with or nothing.
No, not at all, dog. Not at all. So
that's what I feel like, you know, for my girl and my son, but mainly for my girl, like, this is the age where you showing her what a male look like, you know what I mean? So certain shit,
both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because like, basically, a lot of things that we try to teach our children as men, we talk to them, but it's really what they see us do as a man. You know what I'm saying? So when they see you doing this and they see you doing that, they see you on the phone, they see. He gonna pick up on that, and she gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I see what my daddy was doing. Right, my brother doing the same." You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about action and just being present. You know what I'm saying? Just being present, bro. And that's one of the best things I love about being a dad, man. I can tell I'm my kid's hero. You know what I'm saying? And I want to keep it like that. You know? Yeah, man. Okay, what's one move that made people doubt you until it paid off? Like, you know, like you doing some shit, they be like, man, like for me, when I first opened my tattoo shop, I was an electrician. I was a realtor electrician. I ran commercial jobs, crews of 12. Like, so I was making a lot of money as an electrician. And people was like, yo, why you want to switch over? And I started making, now they believe me out years later, but when I first started, it's like, man, are you sure you want to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Kind of what we've been talking about, the Barber thing, that shit kind of like came out the blue.
Yeah.
To people, but not for me. I knew what I had going on, but it was never really like, if you was around me, you knew. When I went to like barber school and stuff like that, I got out of school, like I told you, I was doing so many other things. We were still thugging, we were doing other shit. So people knew me from that. People knew me from making music. And out of nowhere, 1 month, he just got clippers in his hand. What you?
Yeah.
The shop I hopped in, niggas was calling state board on them niggas and all. Hey, they got a nigga in there that cutting, he certified. They don't even know I went to school 6, 7 years ago. I just didn't devote it to y'all.
Yeah.
So they looking like, well, he just rapping a couple months ago. Like,
What is he doing?
now I got my own business. I built up my own clientele, you know. Fend for nothing. I got it all out the streets.
Yeah.
Got it all with my hands, you know what I mean? So, you know, I had to go through that doubt. I had people thinking I wouldn't make it. People thought I wasn't gonna get good at it. Now I'm running my own business.
That's what's up, man. I definitely can relate to that, bro. You know, that's what's up. So the next question, bro, is about music and lifestyle vibes. So it says, what's your go-to track when you need to get hyped up before a performance? Like something that you listen to, is it something that you do? It might not be a track, something that you do to get you hyped up before you perform.
I really can't put my finger. I got a lot of songs that I like to listen to. My favorite song that I probably would say is probably The Holiday Trick Daddy, but that ain't nothing that's gonna tell you up. That's more of a heartfelt song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I fought with that song.
So, okay, cool, fools.
I don't think I really listen to nothing to get me like for it.
Is it something that you do, like something that you do?
I go over like shows and stuff like that. I go over my stuff and shit like that. Try to get real familiar with certain stuff. I might do things a cappella or whatever the case may be. Get that voice right, get my voice right. Something that haven't been heard before, so you know what I mean? It might be new to me. I haven't even performed it yet, haven't released it yet, so I gotta, you know, get familiar with that track. Usually when we performing and stuff like that, be hanging out, smoking, drinking, so you know,
easy, yeah, for real, yeah. That was my thing too. That I always wanted to ask, like, man, how in the hell do you remember all them damn words to all the different songs, dog? Like when you got 40, 50 songs and you got to perform 5 out of the 40. Like, goddamn.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's where that came into play at. Cause I always thought, you know, it's my own shit. I ain't gonna never. But
After a while, you got so many songs.
It'll catch up with you like that. So now, you know, I know what songs I'm gonna do before I go.
But then at the same time, too, certain shows that you go to, they have the song playing in the background anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So you sing along to it. So if you miss up it, you know. But yeah, you'll be good.
But I'm riding around. If I know I got a show this Saturday, that whole week, I'm listening to me.
Yeah.
I ain't listening to nobody. I like Gates and all that. I got to push y'all to the studio listening to me this whole week.
Yeah, because I got something to do today.
Yeah, anytime in my car listening to me, I throw my headphones on, listen to me. So that way when I get on the mic doing my show, my song is second nature. You know what I mean?
Facts. You know, I do that. It's crazy. I do something like that too. Like a lot of times when I'm doing like a realism piece, instead of like running it through the stencil machine, which is easy, the stencil machine make it. Sometimes, especially if it's like a portrait, sometimes I'll just draw it with my hand. I'll trace it with my hand and I'll trace like highlights in certain spots on the tattoo, let me know what I'm gonna do to it. And I do that to me for like muscle memory. And at the same time I can kind of think about what I'm gonna do before I do the tattoo. So it's like I already did the tattoo, now I'm finna do it on me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you practicing your steady hand too.
Exactly. I'm dragging that hand. I'm seeing how I'm gonna pull these lines. I'm looking at it. I'm saying, okay, right here, I'm gonna hit this with a mag, but I'm gonna light shade this part. Like I'm putting it all together in my mind before I actually get on you. So when I get on you, I'm confident. I got my confidence at its highest because I've already mapped it out. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is a crazy question, bro. But if you had a theme song right now, what would it be? You know how Dion was like, play my theme song music. You know what I'm saying?
Theme song.
Yeah.
Ain't no talent, bro.
You got to be one of yours. You got to be one of his songs.
Not honestly, bro. It probably would be somebody else, but I got so many, bro. Not so many, but I would have to. My playlist get deep.
Yeah.
Like I listen to a lot of people, bro. It's hard to really put my finger on it.
That's on the vibe.
Yeah, but I do got, you know, some of my own that I love. I got one called Power Up. It kind of amp me up, you know what I mean? It keep me going. If anything, that's the one that would give me that energy I'm looking for before the Power Up.
Yeah. You got anybody featured on that one?
That was just me.
Just you?
And you know, in that song, the chorus is pretty simple. It's power up, Treal. You know what I mean? Power up, Treal. But I'm talking about things I want to get to, levels I want to get to, things that I'm doing. Yeah. The second verse, I come in saying, I'm trying to go get me an acre or two, boss up my life before I'm 30. Can't be lazy as you. Yeah, she cheat on you, but you still love her. I ain't crazy as you. Yeah. Just little shit like that. Like telling people what shit I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it. So which city do you think has the most underrated music scene right now?
In Florida, the U.S.
Well, let's just say in Florida.
In Florida, I'd say us, bro. Pinellas County got so much talent out there, bro. It's been here for years. People had no clue. I know niggas that's raw than half the industry right here.
Yeah, no,
It's like, it's crazy, bro. And it's like nobody, the light really hasn't been shined on Florida. It took for a ride wave to blow to even get looked at in this area. You know what I mean? This area. And even then, for the first few years when he blew, they thought he was from Tampa. Yeah, you know what I mean? They had to go correct that. You know what I mean? But there's so much talent right here in Pinellas, bro. It's just no unity out here. If you want to be honest, like nobody works together in Pinellas County.
Yeah.
But individually, the talent is sick.
It's crazy because that boy Nino Breeze, man. Shout out Nino Breeze, man. He did a little time at Feds, but he got out. He's from St. Pierre, but he's on Rick Ross County. You know what I'm saying?
I opened up for Nino.
I seen that. I seen that. How that went?
Nino funky. It was nice. I did my thing out there.
Yeah.
I did my thing. They actually had a clean ass lineup that night. There was probably like 3 people that opened up before he did his thing, and everybody was nice. I linked in with another dude that's down from Orlando that night. He's nice with it too, but yeah, Nino was doing his thing. I remember seeing him before he, went to jail and shit and that. So from St. Pete all the way to Tarpon, it's counted.
It's Dallas County, for sure. Yeah, sure. I feel like Tampa always had their little talent, you know what I'm saying? They little spotlight on the talent from Tampa. You see, pretty much got the same people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They got theirs, but their music, they kind of had their own culture, like juke music, that chook shit. Yeah, music for the clubs, you know what I mean? So they actually, Lil Key just did a juke fest in his club like a week or 2 ago. Nah, this one was at District 8, the old street.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It went crazy, you know what I mean? So they scenery, they support each other. You know what I mean? And everybody was there. They had different people on the lineups. That Javon Black, Tay Baby, people like that. Tom G. Those people, there's a lot of nads that's been on the radio, Town for Tony. Yeah. All those people made songs that, they fucking dance to. Yeah, that So, that scene was crazy. It brought a lot of girls out, girls on the dance.
And so they want to do your dance, have a good time, You bring the girls out, the fellas gonna come out too.
They gonna come.
Yeah, they definitely gonna slide too, man. Let's see, this is just for fun, right? This is just for fun questions. I got 3 of them. So the first one is gonna be, you get a teleport pass to anywhere in the world right now, where you going and why?
It's crazy because, I already been to one, but I'll say, like DR, Haiti, that island over there. Just cause to see how they living, you know what I mean? They ain't got as much, they ain't as fortunate, but they making it happen with what they got. You know what I mean? And I like to go through there. You rode through when we was there, just looking at so much open land and opportunity that can happen. I think about opening up in this something over else. You know what I mean? It's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap. You gonna get the best bang for your dollar. Yeah, so you know what I mean? They got the beautiful beach, the sand, everything. You know what I mean? Everything you looking for. So.
For me, I experienced that when I went to Belize. I went to Belize, bro. And when I went to Belize, man, I took a tour. You can jump on the tour bus and go through a tour through the city. So I left the pretty part and I went through the slums. You know what I'm saying? I see people in the slums, bro. They didn't even have doors. They didn't even have windows. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, like they door had a sheet in front of it, bro, and you could see through the sheet. No ACs. But I seen people grinding and hustling. By all the tourist spotters. You know what I'm saying? That's what really dropped that jewel on me. Like, man, listen, if you put something where the people come in that, bro, it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I opened up both of my shops in St. Pete near the beaches. You know what I'm saying? Up in Pinellas County near the beaches because we get tourists. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my clients, I'm gonna say probably about 60 to 70% of the people that come from me don't even live in Florida. Tourists. They're straight tourists, you know what I'm saying? And it's a vibe. So that's real when you actually lead. And I think people should, step out, man, because like it's way bigger than where you're at. And people doing a lot more with less. You know what I'm saying? So like once you get out and you kind of see what's going on, you'll kind of know how to move, and it just
It open your mind.
It open your mind up, yeah.
I come back home and there'll be people I used to, try to look up to and do. I'd be like, damn, these niggas ain't doing what I thought they was doing. You know what I mean? That I opened my mind up a little bit more by traveling.
Correct.
Seeing different people, seeing what other people own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's very important as an entrepreneur. It's very important as an entrepreneur. I think my next trip, well, not my next trip, but one of my next trips gonna be in India. I'm gonna go to India just because I created an app, and the app company that created my app, they're in India. You know what I'm saying? I just want to walk through and just actually, instead of having Zoom meetings with them, actually shake the hands of the people who actually did what I did and just show my face and show my presence in that country since they worked for me and they built my app. Got a whole team over there, you know what I'm saying? I've never been over there though, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I want to do. And I can only imagine, what I'm gonna learn, what I'm gonna gain for that. It's not just about going over there. It's about what I'm gonna get when I go over there. What's gonna come into me, what's gonna spark my mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's some eye.
Yes, it's gonna be some big eye openers, man. It's gonna make me better. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I go out of country, bro, it always makes me better when I come back. I'm like, man, I got to get it. I see what they was doing, bro. I got to get it, bro. It's no excuse. They don't got no hammer. They banging that shit with a rock. Right. They don't need no damn hammer. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get it however they got to get it. All right, next question, bro. It says, if Instagram shut down tomorrow, what's the first app you go to? Facebook. Not TikTok.
No, I mean, honestly, that's the wave, right?
TikTok.
I just haven't gravitated to me and supposed to, you know what I mean? But honestly,
it's gonna be kind of hard to do TikTok as a barber. Well, not really though, because it's all about like videos and shit.
Yeah, it ain't. I don't think it's too bad. I don't know. I'm probably not used to what I got used to.
You saw what you got used to.
I went on TikTok when I had first created my page, posted one barber video. I think it got like 3,000 views. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. People be on that.
See where they coming from. I don't really got followers on there.
Yeah. Really. They just see you. Yeah, that's crazy. But you ever thought about cause like what I've been experiencing, like the more businesses I get, the more things that I get involved with, they all need social medias. And I don't got time. I barely had time to post on the one I got that I'm really active on.
The world get uglier for an entrepreneur without no social media.
No, for real. So that's
the need it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So have you ever thought about a social media manager?
Yeah, I need it. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
I need it for music too, my damn. So everything I'm doing in one day.
Yeah. So I was on Fiverr, man. It's a lot of social media managers on Fiverr. So you should probably check that out. I got lucky enough with the company that does this podcast. They edit the videos. They manage my YouTube. They manage they created a TikTok. They also created a Instagram for this whole situation. Right. Something that I don't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
That'll help you.
It helped me out. So it kind of opened my eyes. Because I've always thought about having one, but I never really invested in it. And they just came to me and said, hey, we're going to do this. So now that I see what they're doing, I'm like, man, you know what? That's what's up. Like, I'd be interested to go to my page and see what the hell, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's something to think about, man. That's a new wave, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's honestly, it's the old wave, but once you start getting into shit, you're gonna need that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Social media, man, because you ain't got time to be on damn posts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to be active with it every day.
Yeah, every day, 2-3 times a day. Every day, come on.
And that's something that, I'm pretty good about it, because, with me having the barbers and everything, sometimes I got to put some fire up under their ass to try and talk to them, like, hey, y'all, when the last time you posted?
Yeah.
Just post something.
I go through that a lot.
Because even though we fire, sometimes we get to a point where we like, all right, we got clientele, we're doing our thing, you'll forget about it. But there's other clients out there that's really your clients that probably, won't even come until they see something.
That
time slot.
Man, I lost. It's just crazy you say that, because I was looking at my social media about a week ago, bro, and I'm like, man, I got over 20,000 followers. But bro, as I'm looking, I'm like, man, did I lose 5,000 followers? I lost like 5,000 followers this year because I haven't really been posting that much this year.
I know, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't even posting that much. I'll post on stories, but I share like other shit that ain't really even relevant, or sometimes I might, but I'll be on the story, but I haven't really been actually posting, you know what I'm saying? I lost followers behind that. I'm still 20,000, but I lost about 4,000-5,000 shit.
Oh, man, I see it all the time, bro. I might start my day off, probably got, 8-9 appointments. Post something, 3 more pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They come in when they talking to me, everybody talking event. Hey man, I seen you post early. I said, damn, I need a haircut.
Yeah, well, I didn't think about it. See that post, like, man, I'm finna go over there, but I know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So this last question, I'm gonna ask you this last question. It's a random question, but It says, what's the most random thing that makes you feel powerful? So I'm gonna change that around. So what's one of the most random things that makes you feel powerful as a man and as a father?
I know I don't know about powerful, but I get a kick out of just when we doing the barber and shit. Just the way some people get up and leave up out of your chair, how happy they is, how excitement, just know I could do that for a person, make me like, damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I might be having a down day, but just know I made his day.
Yeah.
That he don't even know he gave me a little bit of self-esteem for the day.
Yeah, that ain't not true, sir, for real. Like, yeah. I feel you on that. I go through that too when I actually do a tattoo, and when they hop up, they go to that mirror, they be like, oh my god, you know, 'cause I'm so deep in the tattoo, like I see it, but when I snap out of it, it's dark outside. I've been doing 5 hours. I step out, I look back, I'm like, damn, I killed that shit.
That shit a little something for me, like, damn. And it's crazy because sometimes you get sidetracked with it or think it don't mean as much because it's a million barbers and it's a million tattoo artists, but you just think, you did what you're supposed to do, but just knowing you can do that for somebody.
Yeah, over and over again.
Over and over again. My own business, like, damn, I did that.
How long you been in business as a barber? Like your own business?
2022.
That's what's up.
Yeah, 22.
That's what's up.
So we just at the 3-year mark right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what's up. Dog. I painted this shop just not hit the 3-year mark as well. I think, the beginning of this year just hit the 3-year mark as well, man. But that's what's up, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know. I just want to get you on the show, dog, because like when I met you and I seen you in the shop, the more I got to know you, the more I learned different things about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know you rap. I didn't know you, what I'm saying, as father. And I seen that you was a real one. And that's why I created this podcast set up, Bigger Than Tattoos.
Sure.
A lot of people think that all I do is tattoos. A lot of people think that all you do is something else, but it's bigger than that. And like you said, it's a lot of people in Pinellas County that's doing a lot of things, but we don't get nobody knows, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to bring you on the show, dog, and just, let people know where they can find you at, let them know who you is, let them know that you're doing your thing out here, man. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. And the crazy thing about what you just said is I got sets of people that know me from different things, 6, 7 different lanes. I got people I've been cutting their hair for 2, 3 years, and one of them just figured out I made music the other day, like 3 days ago. They're like, God damn, you raw. Like, do you take this shit serious? Like, why I ain't never heard this? You know what I mean? I just feel like, if you haven't heard it, I'm doing something I ain't supposed to be doing. I need to go harder. I shouldn't have to tell you about, because I can't be everywhere in the world. I still want people in Georgia to hear me, Houston, Cali, everywhere else, you feel me? So if you ain't heard it, I ain't doing something right. It's all a little bit hard.
Consistency. Like you say, put it in their face. You got to keep it in their face. Keep dropping, you know what I'm saying? Put it in their face, man. But you raw on the rap shit. You're a good father, bro. You're a hell of an entrepreneur, bro. And I just want to give you your flowers while you was here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know you like that till I walked into the shop, bro. I said, God, I ain't with my dog on this bitch. That's always been love, So,
sir,
that's what it is, man. I think that's it.
Straight up, yeah, you know we